We're back. This is 1490 WGCH. Anything Goes Golf today. We've got Marty Hackel, Mr. Style, as our co-host, and we were just talking with award-winning photographer Walter Iooss. You've known him for a long time, haven't you?
Gosh, I've known Walter 25 years.
And his son is becoming a good photographer.
Christian, yeah, worked with Christian. He's at Golf Digest. He's fantastic.
Yeah, you've introduced me to him a few times. Now, before we get on the line with our good friend Meaghan Francella, Marty, who do you like on the LPGA tour in terms of the wardrobe?
Well, I'll tell you, it's so tough because I think it's, Morgan Pressel used to be.
Yes. Well, I used to dress her. That's why.
Oh,
that's
really?
Right. Ralph Lauren.
How cool. So
I have this shirt, one of the shirts that she wore when she won her major.
But I'll tell you, I think it's probably Lexi Thompson.
Okay.
And it's probably Lexi, one, because I've known her for a jillion years. And even when she was a teenager, she always looked great.
Yeah.
And
she's very tall, drink of water.
Yeah.
I watched her play.
Strong,
I watched her play for the AJGA. She won the Polo Golf Junior Classic.
That's right.
And that's where I started to get to know Lexi, so I've been watching her for quite a few years now.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of weird, but how do they deal with all of those tan lines?
Yeah.
Like where their shoes are and stuff like that.
Well, let's ask Meaghan Francella.
Yeah.
Welcome. How are you?
How are you? Good. How are you?
Great to have
Thanks
you on
for
the
having
show. Me. Oh, so great to have you on. We're probably just a 9-iron from Port Chester, so I know that's where you grew up. How do you like living in Florida these days?
It's good. I actually was in New York for a year. I was working over at Major League Baseball.
That's right.
So
I remember.
I was working in the city and, living the city life for a little while. And back in Florida, where I was I would live down here for 12 years. So back kind of home again.
Right.
Yeah.
For our listeners, Meaghan was on the PGA Tour competing, and then she became a caddy, and then went on to some sports marketing roles, as she was just describing. And now you are the director of golf of LPGA Women Who Play. Meaghan, tell us a little bit about this organization and how it came about.
Yeah, so we actually were formerly the EWGA, which, had been an organization for over 25 years. And,
Executive Women's Golf.
Yeah, Executive Women's Golf Association. We have over 12,000 members, and we recently just teamed up and merged with the LPGA. So we're really happy to be part of the LPGA family. And I run all the national golf events around the country, so I'm on the other side of it now. I went from playing to caddying, now running events. So we're thrilled to be part of the LPGA, and we have a great group of women who love to play golf. And I have, in all my years playing, I don't think I've ever been around people that love golf as much as these women do.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Were you a little nervous when you were interviewing for that, or what made you more nervous, being on the golf course? Or tell us about
Well, I will say that the corporate world is definitely different, and I had been around, playing in pro-ams. You're around CEOs and high-level executives a lot. And, the interview process is something that I'd never been prepared for. I just had never done anything like that. So it was very different. But I had a great group of people at MLB that I interviewed with. And then obviously Jane Geddes, who I know very well.
We love Jane.
Yeah, so she's the CEO. She's CEO at the Executive Women's Golf Association. She's the executive director at LPGA Women Who Play. So that interview was a little bit more casual and comfortable because I knew her. So
I think you're
right.
But
it's definitely a different process.
Yeah,
well, there's something to be said for going out of your comfort zone. And because I think you find out more about yourself when you challenge yourself to do that. And it just, it feels terrific at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think it's definitely it was definitely an out of the box thing. I just have a love of business and golf, so I think that was kind of my path, and I'm really excited about the opportunity that we have now at the LPGA, and obviously the LPGA has been part of my family for 13 years. I think I've been a member of the tour, so I'm just really happy to be back. I never thought I'd be living in Daytona.
Yeah, I think you're right too, Meaghan. Going on those pro-ams gave you an opportunity to really mix and mingle with some high rollers, and that's a good place to practice for all kinds of things.
Have you been over to Daytona Speedway recently?
I haven't recently, but I drive by it a lot.
Listen, here's what you've got to do.
Uh-oh.
Promise me you're going to do this, because
Marty
I did
knows.
it a couple of weeks ago, and it's about the coolest thing I've ever done. I rode around in the NASCAR Experience, where I drove one of the cars on the track, got it up to
cool.
147 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so much fun. So talk about getting out of your comfort zone.
I'll have to
Driving
try
around
that.
that banked oval is so much fun. You must promise me that you're going to try that.
I will do that.
We're talking with Meaghan Francella, who is with the LPGA Women Who Play. This is 1490 WGCH. Meaghan, I play golf. I try to play a couple times a month. I played on Saturday. It was like I had never picked up a club, but a week earlier I was hitting 15 out of 18 fairways because I've been taking a lot of Pilates. So should I join this organization? Tell me how I would go about doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can go to womenwhoplay.com, and there's a button that says join.
Okay.
And you can reach out to your local chapter. There's a website that has all the local chapters, so you can find a chapter in your area. There's
Great.
a button that says find a chapter, and you can connect with the people in your area. And a lot of our we have 110 chapters, I believe,
Wow.
all over the country, and then we have Italy and Bermuda and Canada.
Ooh, I would like to
So
join
we
the
have-
Bermuda one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it's a great, like I said, it's a great organization, and we have a lot of the chapters have leagues each week. So
Oh,
women get together on
okay.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 5 o'clock, or
So it
they
works
have
for
events.
working women too.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
What was that website again? Because
Yeah.
we got a beep as you were saying it.
LPGAwomenwhoplay.com.
Ah,
Thanks.
great.
Thanks,
Hey,
Bob, for picking up
Meaghan,
on that.
Can you demystify for us a little bit the new LPGA dress code?
Well, I think, I was out there and, it got to the point, I think, where people were it was getting a little bit too casual.
Oh, really?
So I think, people are wearing maybe a little bit more of like no collars or kind of that more casual in that respect. So, we had to put some kind of policy in where, have to be collared, and the racerback shirts are now in style, but, they can wear those as long as they have a collar.
Oh,
But,
interesting.
yeah.
There's not a lot of real estate on there for logos and stuff, though.
Right, for racerbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe tattoos.
I know
we could do
Lexi wears a
tattoos
lot of
there.
those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lexi wears the racerback shirts with the collars.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think it they just wanted to make sure that everybody's presenting themselves professionally, and I think the players do such a great job of that
Yeah.
on
They're
and
going
off
to
the
work.
course.
It's their office.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
want
it's
to
a-
be professional.
But I guess what I see is you've got words like the plunging, no more plunging necklines, and it's a
Right.
little bit like that Supreme Court justice that said, well, pornography, well, all I can tell you is when I see it, I'll know it. So that's
Yeah.
probably what a plunging neckline
Right.
is.
Yeah,
But,
I
you
think
know-
they just want to make sure it's professional and neat
Yeah,
and clean.
yeah.
And,
And most of the manufacturers, the designers, and so on really pay attention to those rules, I think.
Oh yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think so too, and I think sometimes it's not the clothes; it's how you wear them.
Isn't that your quote, Mr. Style?
Yeah, that pretty much is, and I think that really applies here.
One of the misses, I think, is I see a lot of the girls wearing those sleeves under a short sleeve golf
Oh,
shirt.
yeah.
They really just need to make long sleeve
hold
golf
it,
shirts
hold
for the
it.
girls.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
At least,
those sun sleeves.
Yeah,
Well,
they look
you
so
know-
weird when they're a different color from the regular shirt.
Meaghan, that's a really good point, and this is one of the biggest differences between the LPGA and the PGA. The LPGA players are aware of the sun and the damage it can do, and the PGA players are totally oblivious to that. And it's one
Right.
of the reasons why I was protecting Phil when he wore that long sleeve white shirt, because one of the things that he did there is he sent the message, hey, you gotta
cover up.
You gotta be sun smart.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not, and you find out that you've got an issue,
There's some Lily
I
Pulitzer.
just had something
Yeah.
taken off my nose last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some Lily Pulitzer product out there that actually has sun protection in the fabric, which I really like.
Yes.
That's been good. A little PS,
Well,
whatever
yeah.
that stuff's
and,
called.
And the apparel industry has to improve how they're communicating that sun protectiveness. And there is a machine that actually can evaluate that, a spectrometer. Yeah, FIT's
Where
got
do you
one.
find those?
Well,
Like in your pro shop or
no, they're quite expensive. There's
Okay.
one at FIT in New York City, but I think the industry's got to spend a little bit more time on this.
Definitely.
All right, I have kind of a fun question for you, Meaghan. Mets or Yankees?
I'm a Mets fan,
Yeah. How are they
yeah.
doing
but I'm a
this year?
hardcore New York Giants fan.
Oh, yes, you are. That's right. Didn't you used to
am
wear Giants stuff when you were playing or caddying?
I did. I wore a New York Giants hat. So,
and how's the team going to do this year? Oh, you and Joe LaCava wore the Giants hats.
The Giants. I was very happy with the draft. I think we did get an A+ in the draft, so I think we're gonna be pretty good this year. I love the Giants more than anything, so I don't want to go through another bad football season because my Sundays are. I want to be smiling on Sunday afternoons after they win. So.
Exactly, that's good.
But the Mets. I've been a Mets fan since I was little, but 27 and 26, not horrible, but
right. You must have loved working with the MLB when you were here.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, my first week of work, I went to a Yankees Red Sox game, and with clients, and it's just, the experience that I had there was incredible.
Now, if we come down to Daytona Beach to visit with you, where are you going to take us to play golf?
LPGA International.
Oh, okay. Marty,
Yeah,
have you
that's
played there?
right. No,
two
I
golf
have
courses
not.
on property.
I
We
have
have
not
two golf
played there.
courses.
Okay.
All right, that's on our bucket list.
All right, we're going to add that to our list. Well, we've been talking with Meaghan Francella, who is the director of golf at LPGA Women Who Play. Meaghan, tell us how we can find, one more time, how to find the information about the organization and how to sign up.
Yeah, so you can go to www.lpgawhomenwhoplay.com, and on the top right of the screen, you'll see a join button, and you can find a local chapter in your area and sign up to play with these great women.
I think I'm going to do that. Marty, unfortunately, you can't,
Yeah.
but I might. And
Okay.
I'm going to get out there because the business that I'm in on a day-to-day basis, I'm a director of marketing for a high-net-worth insurance company here in Greenwich, and I think I could be out taking people to play golf.
Sure you could.
Absolutely.
Mix and
Absolutely.
mingle, get some referrals maybe.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of business done on the golf course in my years playing.
Exactly.
Where else are you going to get a 5-hour meeting?
Exactly. And I have golf balls, the Pro V1s with the brand
There you
logo
go.
on it, so
Oh,
I'm ready
okay.
to go. And I'm still
look the
getting my
part.
Ralph Lauren clothes, so that's
Nice.
that's a good news. That's a good
I know.
news.
I will say I have to agree with you. I on Morgan Pressel when she was wearing Ralph. I think she was probably the best dressed on tour.
Yeah,
Yep,
there you
she
go.
looked great. Well, so great talking with you again, Meaghan.
Thanks for
we
having me.
Look forward to seeing you in person soon, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, Meaghan,
No
let's
problem.
tee it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, definitely. I'm in.
We'll be back in a few minutes with Scott Mahoney from Peter Millar. This is 1490 WGCH.
From the WGCH Weather Center.
Limited sunshine this morning. Skies clouding over.